Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Yashika Chopra and I am currently pursuing Masters from Canada. So the very first video of my playlist of Canada is going to be that how I got a band 8 in my IELTS. I hope this video helps because in this video I'm going to share my strategies, my personal things which I followed for cracking the exam. So as we all know that there are 4 sections in our IELTS exam, that is listening, speaking, reading and writing. First I'll talk about listening. In listening we get 30 minutes with no repetition of voice. So I believe that practice is very important. In 10 days means that you have to give a lot of efforts in those 10 days. So what you can do is you can just go on YouTube and write down practice sessions for listening for IELTS exam, and you'll get a lot of multiple YouTube links, YouTube videos wherein a computer generated voice is there, and followed by that you get some questions. So just practice that a lot because it is going to help you out there. While giving the test, it shouldn't seem like that you are listening to the voice for the very first time, because in initial few days it is going to be difficult for you. You're not going to get good marks in listening while practicing, but that will improve only and only when you do consistent practice of these sessions, because then only you'll get habitual to it. Otherwise it's not going to be that easy. So I got a band 8 in listening section, and that's because of the consistency. That's the only key I'm telling you again and again. Moving on to the next section, we have speaking. Speaking is not very tough if we communicate with each other. We know how to speak in English. We know how to converse with each other. Tricky part is when we get a question and we don't have much time to think. They only give you like few seconds or even like almost a minute in which you have to think on any random topic that they'll give. So there are 3 parts in speaking. First one is the introduction, wherein they ask you basic simple questions about who you are, your family, your hometown, and very simple things which probably you can answer very easily. The second part is they give you a paper on which a question is written, any topic it can be related to mobile phones, old age. The topic which I got was usage of smartphones for old age people. So what you have to do is that you have to again do a lot of research beforehand, that what are the topics which can come in speaking section. There is one book, Kiran Makkar, which you can follow for speaking as well and for reading as well, because it is a great book that you can refer to, and I think it is going to help you a lot. So in speaking sessions, how you can practice is there are 3 ways to practice. First is record your voice and listen to it again and again. Take a question, write it down on a piece of paper and just practice it. Record the voice, speak up to 2 minutes and then stop it. Apart from that, second way is to just look into the mirror and speak to yourself. First one is you're just recording the voice. Second is you're looking into the mirror and you're having a conversation with yourself. Third way is to call a friend or your sibling. I did it with my brother. He helped me a lot, so thank you for that. So what you can do is you can just give them a set of questions and tell them that please invest a few minutes with us and just take our speaking session. And it's not that you are doing it just for once or twice. No, if you are investing the last 10 days, that means you have to practice rigorously in those 10 days. Twice or thrice in a day, I think that will be enough. But then yes, it's not that you're just practicing it for once before the exam. That's not going to help, because you'll not get used to the idea of how the session is going to take place. If you'll follow these steps, I'm sure that you're going to ace in your speaking test. Next we have reading. I think reading is the most toughest section out of all 4. It was for me as well, but then I got 8.5 in reading. The highest band that I got was in reading. So for reading, you have to remember one thing, that answers are always in a sequence. So don't get confused if you got the first answer, if you got the third answer, then definitely second answer is going to be between both the questions. So for reading, the practice which I followed was the book which I told you earlier, Kiran Makkar. It's the best one. It has a set of, I believe, 40 passages wherein you can practice. 1 passage per day minimum. At least you have to solve 1 passage per day, because that is what you will that is how you will understand that what kind of questions you are going to get. And one more most important thing, don't get lenient after that, but then the practice sessions which are there in this book have a level high. The questions that you're going to get in your exam won't be that difficult if you do a lot of practice, because then you'll get used to the idea that what set of questions are going to come, what type of questions you are going to get. Is it yes, no, true, false, or fill-ups, or then match the following? There are multiple set of questions that you'll get, and all of it is there in this book or on any other book or YouTube channel that you can refer. You can definitely have a look onto other resources as well. Then the last section that we have is of writing. Writing again has two parts. Task 1, task 2. In task 1 we get questions related to bar graph, line graph, pie charts, all the mathematical stuff. So one thing that you have to remember is in all the 4 sections, especially in speaking and writing, that they are checking your English skills, your vocabulary, the connectors that you use, the different phrases that you are incorporating in these sections. Because listening and reading is somewhat that you're already listening to the things, or you're just reading the things and you have to answer based on that. But you can add your own creativity in these 2 sections, in speaking and writing. So by creativity, I mean that you should use good connectors, good vocabulary words, relevant phrases or idioms in your tasks. So I'll attach a screenshot of resources which I used on the screen and in description box as well. You can just refer to it. I hope this video helps and you've understood that basic strategies that you should follow, which will definitely help you to increase your band. I hope this video helps, and all the best for exam. See you super soon with next vlog.